Welcome back to the Holotable Games Network. I'm Ginger Joey, and with me is...
Ascendant Alexander.
Oh, you suddenly enlightened on me over here?
No. I mean, like it's another. This is another book reference for you.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's from the Songs of Chaos series. I couldn't tell you the author because I forgot. I'll be honest.
Okay.
But it's another growing of age boy meets dragon.
Boy meets dragon,
Boy
boy
meets
falls in
dragon
love.
goes in love. I mean, he doesn't necessarily be with the dragon, but
Sure.
falls in love.
Oh, love is a subjective thing. I can love you but not be in love with you.
But what if I anyway? So, but no, it's just another good series, and it was something that was kind of out there. I thought it worked. All right.
Okay.
I'm just here for Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. Star Wars. Well, speaking of Star Wars, this is our Thursday Throwdown series, and we are in full swing of Ash's testing mode. So we got the full list spoiled for us a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it's just about 6 to 7 weeks. I don't know, 5 weeks. I don't know when I'm putting this on the internets, but yeah, we're all just prepping for Galactics and seeing what we can find. So I have to do the whole last chance thing because I fell short of getting me invite.
Well, I was nowhere close, so
Yeah.
yeah, I've got to as well.
Yeah, so we're gonna be figuring out what we can possibly do for that, and then if we do make it, then we have to do limited. So it's also something to consider. How is this set gonna play in limited versus lawless? Because lawless is fun, and I think lawless is fun by and large because of the splash bases, honestly, because it really allowed you to like not feel super punished if you like just got bad drafts because you could kind of off kilter a little bit of stuff without that kind of ability, that little flotation. I wonder how much draft is gonna feel going into this set.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I didn't get to play much limited last time.
yeah,
Don't know that I'm going to this time either. So
mm,
we'll just see what happens.
we'll see. So well, I think it'll be fun, but it'd be taking a lot of paper and ink. We'd have print up a bunch of cards and make a fake cube of Ash's cards just to practice drafting with.
I mean, you could do that, or you could also just get a bunch of buddies and do the online version. Protect
Oh,
the Pod has
right.
everything up there right now, so you can do full on drafts and stuff. Not everything's been implemented into. I think Carabast is the hiccup right now for some testing stuff.
Yeah. Not that FFG wants you to use any of those websites, but there are tools out there.
Yeah.
So, all right. So for today, I saw this leader, and I said that's a Joey leader.
Okay. I probably know who it is
Hmm.
because there were a couple that I thought that's a Joe leader.
Yep. Was the armorer on your list?
It was on my list. I'll be honest. There's one more that's on my list
Oh.
that I had higher than the armor.
Oh,
But
what's
I'm
that one?
not going to tell you what it is because I want to see if you come around to it naturally.
That's not fair.
Well, here we are.
Okay. Well, the armorer is on my list because I tend to stymie myself with card draws. And so the ability to be able to access cards out of my resource row somewhat at will is really appealing to me. Because it's back into like the smuggle type times, which I really enjoyed because you get like full access. So I'm, losing heroic and villainous, but I'm going to see what I can do with it. And also being a me thing, we're at Nabat Village because if I'm trying to plan ahead and put stuff in my resource row that I want to be utilizing, that felt like the perfect card to try to like set things up for me.
Name a more iconic duo than Joey and Nabat Village. I
Corey
will wait.
and Poe.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's up there. To be
Right.
fair, you were on Nabat Village before he was on those ones. So,
True. That's true. What are you bringing to for the Amuro to face?
sure, yeah, words in a fancy accent. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. I'm a fanboy, a big fanboy
Uh-oh.
of our Lord and Savior.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah, we're doing it. We are bringing the Grand Admiral. We have put together the Legion. We are coming back. We're going to get the Chimera. We're going to thump it down. And I'm going to hate myself because we have a Datable. So, as threatening as Thrawn may be, Data Vault is my antithesis, and I will draw all of the right cards at the wrong time and none of the wrong cards at the right time.
Nope. Words not working.
Scratch that, reverse it,
Yeah,
something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah,
No,
uh,
definitely your Achilles heel is dateable.
yeah. But I mean, it's all jokes aside, we all know I'm more of the control-minded player. I like a slower game. I want to play the puzzles and figure out what's going on and have that kind of experience. And Thrawn shows a lot of that stuff up front as to like having those things. I'm really curious how often I can make use of his front side ability and get a little bit of restore in. Um, I'm really curious if this of his flip ability is just a win more kind of style and I should already be winning if I'm doing things like that, or if it's going to turn the corner for me and actually just like end the game. I just I have a lot of questions.
Hmm.
I'm mildly optimistic, but what a better way to find out than to just throw it together and test it.
Yep. That was my number one choice for you of what you were going to build. So
Yeah,
surprise.
yeah.
No, as I mentioned in our a preview video a few weeks ago when Thrawn did get spoiled, I think people looked at him and saw the 8 flip and went, "Oh, this is never going to happen," kind of thing. I think his leader side forces your opponent to change the way they're going to play their game. Traditional aggro doesn't work the same way against him. And I think that's a good thing to introduce into the game is just different ways of thinking about interactions.
Right.
I think his flip side, the unit side, is more of your nail in the coffin, it's done, we're over,
Yeah.
than it is a recover. I don't think you're going to come back from that. I think it's the okay, I've established the control and now we're done. I've locked it up. It's going to happen. You can't come back after this. It's the Avenger of old, which was hey, you play the unit, you killed something, and now I can't play anything because you just kill whatever comes into play. So it's a built-in finisher for blue villain control, which is what they didn't have really before, is they didn't have great finishers. Now you have your leader as your finisher, and that's probably where you're going for.
Yeah.
Now, are you on Data Vault because you had too many choices and couldn't narrow it down, or
I'm on Data Vault because work has been crazy and I found lists that people put online and was like, this seems to be doing okay.
oh, okay.
So I went, okay, we'll give it a try.
So you
That's
can
really
potentially
what it is.
narrow this down to a 50 card after you've been playing with it a little bit and say, I don't like this card in here.
I tell myself every time that I see a Data Vault list that I'm going to trim it down and make it a 50. And I never end up doing it. So yeah, I'm going to find the 10 cards that I don't like and
Okay.
trim it down.
Let's roll this up and see what happps. 26.
26.
Uh-oh.
All right, I got a chance for a 25. So you're playing Navat Village, right?
Yeah. So 3 more cards. Thank you for that reminder.
58.
You got it.
I got it.
You
I
got
will
it.
start with the initiative.
Boo.
I will only look at 6 cards.
I do not get a mulligan.
Ooh. Oh, hey, these are cards. I guess that's my answer. You know, you look at cards on a list and you're like, oh yeah, this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then you draw the cards and you're like, well, this is an interesting way to draw cards.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think that's going to happen.
I think the game plan is pretty simple. We're going to do this, into this, into this, into this. Profit. Profit.
Okay, so these 3 are going to the bottom.
You need to tell me what they were?
No, I don't have
Why
one.
not, please?
No.
But it's me.
It is you.
It's me. Are you sure?
I am positive.
Fine. Suck my Krennic.
That's
Words.
kind of aggressive.
Well, I'm sorry. Your grind partner.
I will play a Guardian of the Will.
Oh, it's so good. Oh no. All right, I'll take the initiative.
And then I will play a preparation on my Guardian of the Wills to turn myself into a 4/3. I have to exhaust myself when played, but oh look, I'm already exhausted.
This feels bad. Feels bad for your boy.
And I will pass.
Let's
Oh yeah,
this so we can do the leader
take
thing.
30 thing.
I have a feeling that somebody's base is gonna get pummeled here in a second, and I'm 90% positive that it's mine.
Could happen.
All right. Yeah, once again, here we are doing the things.
Definitely a thing.
So I think I want that. I would love to play you, but I don't think that I can combo this in a way that works for me. I'm gonna want that. All right, get rid of this guy. Let's. When do you deploy? 5, 6?
I deploy on 6.
6. It's so
late.
early.
It's so late.
Early.
Compared to Mr. 8, it's early, but I would have been much happier if she was a 5 cost.
Let's play Mr. Gideon. Come up the ground a little bit.
Unfortunate.
So that's my line. You can't steal my line. Who is this one? Oh, Victory is mine. It's a good subtitle.
I'm just gonna run into Gideon. I'll take 2 back.
Take 4. I will finish off your Guardian.
Sure.
And I'll lose my shield. Could this be the right play? Probably not. Most likely the wrong one.
I will play Latch Razzie with a shield, and we will kill Krennic.
No, I did. All right, I will claim the initiative.
I will pass.
Guys, we're drawing. This is not the time.
Are you data vaulting?
Go ahead. No. No. All right, I guess we're gonna get rid of that. Are you ready?
Yeah. Are you ready?
No. We're gonna remember the Lots Rosin.
Okay. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
What?
What do you get?
I don't want to be a blueberry. Be turning into a TV program could be cool.
All right. I'm gonna bring Lats back. We'll shield and kill your.
Stop it! All right, I guess I'm gonna claim the initiative then.
I will pass.
Oh, buddy, this is the wrong time.
That could be that. See, I think these might be too cute in here.
Yeah, get rid of them.
I think these might be too cute.
Get rid of them. Nobody wants them.
But
Did
they
you
also
just show my face cam?
what?
Did you just show?
No,
did
I
you
showed
just...
the overhead.
Oh, all right. It looked like you were showing it to
Blocking
my
your face. No, I was basically looking to make sure I wasn't like. Wow. Get offended, son. Hang on, I'm still
my face.
Still resourcing.
Anyway, you think that they're too cute? They shouldn't be in there.
Possibly. So it's also gonna be really funny just to do that.
My hand. Oh, my hand.
We're not gonna do that though. All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Please go away.
No, stop!
No.
Qui-Gon. This can go away.
Is that the Reforge?
Reforge. Okay. I will pass.
Oh, we're drawing cards. I can say that much.
More removal?
I don't know. Maybe. Ready?
No, if it's the removal, I'm not ready. If it's
3, 4, 5. Shinhati.
Uh-oh.
She's gonna be a sentinel because she's the only one I got.
Sure. Um,
Yeah.
you have one resource left standing.
At the moment.
6/6.
She's big. She got that saber.
Speaking of Saber, I'm going to play Dark Saber on Qui-Gon.
So now you can play yellow things.
So attached unit is to a non-vehicle. Attached unit is a leader unit and gains the Mandalorian trait. Attached unit gains while you are paying costs. This unit provides its aspect icons. I'm not sure how relevant that last line is going to be because my base is yellow. I could really play yellow things.
But now you can play double yellow things. You could play. The only one that comes to mind is cunning.
Okay, so no, that's interesting. So it's adding it as if I had an
it's a secondary bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thinking about it for the double aspect. I was just thinking about it as like opening a door. Like if I had like a red unit that like I somehow got into play and then put this on, now I have red units indefinitely. No, so this is opening up double aspect. Okay, that's good to think about.
I definitely think that line of text is for Twin Suns.
Sure.
But
or for use of splash bases to then unlock further splash abilities at that point in time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right.
That sucks. So I will take the initiative.
Okay. Well, Qui-Gon is going to be able to kill and survive, so we're going to run into Shinhati. I'll take 6 back.
Yes, sir.
I do get to look at my top 3.
Unfortunately.
Okay. I will discard this. I have him in here just for. I think it's funny. It's a card you'll have never seen played before. Wildro Hood.
Sure.
Because him with the Dark Saber on, you can't kill him and you can't remove the Dark Saber, and he's a leader unit.
Why can't you kill him?
Because he's a leader. Oh, sorry, you can, but he's a leader. So most of the removal stuff will no longer work on him. You can't bounce him because he's a leader, because most bounce stuff you can't bounce leaders.
Sure.
So, and now you can't remove the Dark Saber to take away his leader status. Sure. There is things that do work on it. So that is one of the things that I was looking at, was because I have a different idea, which is the there's the one droid that's the 4/3 that's a 3-cost red droid that while it's ready, you can't attack into it.
Sure.
So I was thinking Dark Saber on that, but then that cop brought up into my head as well. It's like, oh well, but then he can just still be defeated because he's a 3-cost. Yes, there is ways around it, but if you're not playing that color, that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I took the initiative. You smacked my base, or you smacked my shin.
Oh, so then I'm flipping, and then I will attack for 4 at your base. When the attack ends, I can play an upgrade from my resources on a friendly unit. If I do, resource the top card of my deck. I will play a preparation and resource a card. And pass. Sure.
Ready?
Yep.
This is really unfortunately that ends up happening. The Great Mothers.
So, what is her text? I know it's a support, which you're not getting a benefit out of. But...
Yep. When attack ends, if this unit dealt combat damage to one or more non-leader units, defeat those units.
Non-leader. Okay. So I think we're going to hit your base for 6, and then I'm going to play Conflict Within on you.
When I ready, I pay. I'm pretty sure that's 3.
3. It is 3.
If I don't, exhaust his unit.
Yep.
Sure.
It's actually one of the better cards that I think Armor gets access to interact with your opponent's side of the board.
Claim initiative.
I will play Durasteel Plating on Qui-Gon, and then I will attack your base for 8 and look at the top 3. And pass.
Oh, sure, guys. Oh, sure. Idea of that. It's probably not going to do anything. So many turns away. See, half of that. Not able to do that. If I do that, it leaves that, which isn't terrible, which will also allow me to do this now. Let's try this line. All right. 5. Craving power. Let's 8 the armor.
Well, that's just gross. Sometimes an exhausted unit still sucks.
Still does stuff.
Thrawn says what? On his unit side.
Someone says, I don't know. I'm a 5/8 with Restore 2. On attack, if I control more units than the defending player, I may defeat a non-leader unit they control.
Okay. So you have to control more units than me.
Yep. I gotta have some hula hoops to jump through.
I think we're just going to straight up swing at your base for 8. And I'm going to do this thing.
Hey, look. I'm a dude. I'm on a plot. With 3 available, let's make a Chancellor. I'll refill. I'll make a couple spies.
Yeah, that's gross.
Boom, board.
Yeah. Super gross.
I got dudes.
Super gross.
I got dudes that are multiplying.
Mm-hmm. There's no way you're not swinging, so let's Lost and Forgotten her so you can't pay for her next round and then get her.
Fine. Don't forget to restore. Oh, wait.
Yep.
We'll swing at and take out Qui-Gon.
Yep.
I will restore 2.
I will claim.
I will pass. Spies aren't as cool anymore.
Yeah, Chancellor definitely makes Thrawn gross.
Yeah, I suddenly get a board state.
It's like I don't know very many decks that are going to be able to prevent you from getting his ability off with a Chancellor at the same time.
I mean, thankfully, like these guys all have 2 toughness, so
Sure.
they're fairly easy to interact with.
Right, but on the turn that you flip him, you're almost guaranteed to get that kill. I really don't know.
I'm an 8-drop. So is Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan wipes this all out
Sure.
and you're fine. Like I think that yes, this is really scary, but I don't think it's that bad.
That's a good point, though. I mean, it just might be that if you start seeing a lot of Thrawns, you're going to start seeing a lot more Bo-Katans. So,
Yeah. I believe it is you, sir.
it is. I'm
I know
trying
it's
to
a
figure out
complicated
what
board
I'm
state,
doing.
so-
I think I'm just going to start by doing that.
Let's attack your base for 2.
Kill there.
No, my Chancellor. Um, let's base for 5, defeat lots.
5? That was 4. No, 5.
Restore 2.
And just straight up defeat. Yeah.
So I kind of know how this other card works. This E6. Excuse me. Because I kind of know how this other card works. I want to try this 6, 7, 8. Make sure that I can read that I flip this card.
Ravager?
No, we're gonna play pre-Vizsla. And we're gonna defeat this because it has 6 or less remaining HP, and I will create the Mandalorian.
I scoop.
Okay.
I can't come back against that board.
It's doing stuff. Yeah, I mean, 90% of those draws were just big, silly, like end game things.
Sure.
It's just like hopefully I get enough interaction to get to that point.
Well, you did because all you needed was the removal.
Fair. You had me at 26.
Yeah.
This was pretty close. Both of your units could have killed me. You were swinging for 8 with Qui-Gon alone.
Yeah, but it's like
That means I'm dead.
But I only had 1 unit on the board against blue removal.
8
all you need is
later.
1 removal card, and I'm like sunk at that point in time. So,
But I just told you I wasn't drawing it.
you had 2 cards against me. You drew. You got rid of 2 units with removal already. I don't
Beforehand.
know why I didn't reset it. There's an easier way to do that.
It messes up resetting.
Huh?
There are easy ways to reset it than misses resetting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I do like the armor's interactions. I do think the armor in Eternal has even more play than it does in Premiere.
Sure.
Because then you reopen stuff like bounties that you can throw on your opponent's units to then take advantage of. So I think that could be really nasty as well. She might not have enough card pool in Premiere. I'm not sure. Might
She's
be
definitely
color
gonna be-
combinations.
She's definitely going to be a 6-set leader. And that when you've got all 6 sets or 6.5 sets because
Sure.
of icons,
Yeah.
then you've got more tools. She's got more tools available to her.
Yeah. The number of upgrades we saw in this set though, because there was quite a few of them to be perfectly honest. I think they kind of catered towards her.
Sure.
Like they were trying to give her some tools to mess with at that point in time.
So
So
you always want to try and do that.
I was about to ask, do you want your card? No, they're spies.
Those ones don't get shuffled.
No. Unless you're me, then you put your advantage tokens back into your deck. I know, right?
Scandalous.
Got to get every advantage I can by thinning my deck. No, wait, I did the opposite.
Am I doing it, Peter?
No, you're not. Click your heels together.
Okay, that's probably good enough.
No.
Show me all of my 5, 6, and 7 drops again.
Only if you show me my more aggressive
9
units.
cards? I don't know.
I mean,
You had a better chance than I do.
You had Krennic and a Sentinel.
I did it.
Oh,
I did it.
You did it real good. Let's put it back to that.
Fuck, they didn't go that far. Cool.
Oh, your cards?
My spies, yeah.
Oh.
Not that I'm gonna need them or anything.
The Moff Gideon Sentinel, like, that took me. Cool. That was perfect because, I mean, honestly, I think that's what saved you that game. Because it took me 2 actions to get through that, so that I couldn't go to your base. I mean, if I would have been able to like bypass that, I think you lose.
Yeah.
So that, like, for that 3-drop Sentinel, that was huge. 9.
Guys, can't have one
nice things
under 5-drop card.
All nice things.
A 5, a 6, 2 7s, and an 8. Hate Data Vault so much. I mean, I love it. It's the best base ever created. I'm so glad that we got it.
You're a terrible liar.
Yay. All right, I've got to ask the real hard questions. That's why they brought me onto the show.
Yeah,
chat.
Great.
If you could only eat one cuisine, like one style of food, one culture's worth of food.
A culture?
Yeah. So like Mexican, Italian, Indian.
For me, it's probably Thai or Chinese. What about you?
I have no idea.
You can't present questions without an answer yourself.
I'm way too hungry right now to have a legit answer.
No, usually it's like, for me, I'm a bento kid. So, like, put it all in a bowl together with rice and I'm good. So.
How can you say Thai when you can't have spice?
You can have Thai food without spice.
That's the best
okay, so
part
then, okay, like I said though, but it's basically just a bowl of noodles with a bunch of stuff in it, right? Like I said, I'm a bento kid. You could change the noodles for rice, and I'm golden, right? It doesn't really matter. I do like we have like a Roxy's Hawaiian barbecue out here or whatever, and I go to them quite a bit as well. Yeah, you like this cut?
I don't know what's going on. I'm just here for the ride.
Apparently. Well, that was a sloppy ride. So, but yeah, it's like pretty much like throw it all together in a bowl. I'm good. If it all goes to the same place, and all just meant to be fuel for you anyway. So, but you didn't freak out about the first half, so maybe this is okay.
Okay. These are cards for sure.
That's good. Cards are good.
I think this is not right. And I want to do this. Which means I'm getting rid of one of these, which I think means I have to get rid of this. Yeah, this seems reasonable. Okay, I think we did it.
Ready?
Sure.
Han Solo.
Stop it. This guy?
Correct.
Initiative.
And pass. Okay.
Because I could maybe do this. Because it's perfect.
Go for this.
When was the last time you ate an apple?
When was the last time I ate an apple?
Yeah.
As a raw apple or as part of an ingredient in something else?
Raw apple.
Been a long time.
Not today?
No.
Good. The doctor's in the house then.
Sure.
We're going to attack for 3 off of the support, and because he's got a big enough butt, I'm going to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
Thought you were going to give me the whole, like, how do you like them apples?
No. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well,
Sure,
you didn't have an apple today. Doctor's here.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
We are going to swing at your base for a 4.
Yeah, that's a lot. I will claim.
I will play a Republic Y-Wing, and I will use Armorer. Ah. You put Durasteel plating on. Refresh. Pass. Again.
Yeah. Oh, that does stuff. This. I'm maybe gonna want to. No, I'm not gonna maybe want to play that. This is the correct resource instead. We are going to activate Thrawn to attack with Pershing
Mm-hmm.
to restore 2 because I have the same. You're going to take nothing, but I'm going to draw a card because I got a big butt still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that felt cool. That did stuff.
Swing for 5 at your base.
Yeah, that tickles. I think we're gonna play these guys. Armored Commandos.
I think those guys are why you're going to see Piercing Shot come into play in the future.
So it's the guy with more shields in play than I do.
Sure, but those have the 3 health like threshold.
Sure.
So we're going to hit your base for 2.
I think I want to probably fall for a trap or 2. So I'm gonna run into on and take out a shield.
This is that thing that if I'm ever scrying, I get to double the amount that I scry for.
Yep.
And then to try to help preserve Han, since you can now kill him, I'm just going to put a Nimble Prowess, which doesn't exhaust anything, gives me +1/+1, and puts me out of your Sentinel's kill range. And I will pass.
Goodness. Yes. This isn't going to be what I'm wanting. So. It's the correct. Let's try this line. We're going to play lots. Give her an experience and we'll shoot on for 3. Yeah, this is complicated. There's so much stuff. And not enough stuff.
It's
all at the
not
same
threatening.
time.
That's the problem. I have no threats on the board. Like, my hand draws this game were abysmal.
Sure.
I think that was probably the best thing you could have done right there. Besides just straight up removing Han.
Yeah.
Because it perfectly
so.
countered my play. No, it perfectly
Right.
countered my play this turn.
Oh, sure.
So no, I can potentially do that. So maybe that's what I just need to do here.
I can't stop.
Stop.
Don't listen.
We are going to reforge.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So I'm going to get rid of the nimble prowess. Still don't die from that.
Sure.
Because I have this in play, if I would search a number of cards from my deck, search twice that number for cards instead. So I get to search for 16 cards for an upgrade that costs 4 or less, and I get to play it immediately.
Sure.
And it has to go on the unit that I remove the upgrade from.
It doesn't cost 4 or less. It costs.
Oh, it costs 4 less.
Yeah,
so
play it,
yeah,
it costs 4 less.
Funny note, I looked up this. There is no upgrades in the game that cost 6 or more.
Okay.
Everything's 5 or less.
Sure.
So 16 card.
Way too many slaps. Way too many slaps.
But it was fun slaps.
Oh, what did you get that I've already seen?
The one card I didn't see.
Saber.
Nope.
Probably good.
16 cards, and I still missed what I was looking for. That's so infuriating.
That card. I don't know what you were looking for.
Durasteel plating gives me a shield.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I missed. And 16 freaking cards I
didn't
missed.
know what it was, but that was what I was thinking. Yeah. But I'm sure you got upgrades.
It doesn't matter. With the 3 damage on, the upgrades don't matter. Like I said, that was the best thing you could have done right there, because what I go get, unless it's that shielded card, you can now run in, you don't die, and I die.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter what I'm putting on him at this point in time. So that's the frustrating part right here. It was a bit of a Hail Mary.
Should have been a project.
Hmm?
Should have been a project.
What project?
Hail Mary.
Oh. Yeah, if I would have found the Durasteel, I think I'm in a much better position.
Amazing.
So, again, it doesn't matter. We'll just put down an Armor of Fortune then.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I lost 1 health, gained 2 health, but you still have enough to kill me.
I mean, I'll be honest. I hadn't been thinking about swinging the hunt.
You hadn't been? Okay, that's curious then. Because if you can kill me, why wouldn't you kill me? I mean, what was the point of weakening me if you weren't stopping me up to kill me?
So that way you can kill yourself against me.
Oh.
Like just to run into me. But because I really want to be doing some other things, but I think that I'm just putting too much value on them. So yeah, you're probably right in that I should just take you out.
It's the only threat that I have on the board. If you get a free kill, why not get a free kill?
I mean, who's my shield?
Oh,
it isn't. Oh,
no, it's not. Get out of here.
Yeah, it is. This does actually set me up a little bit better. You know what, Joey? You found the right line.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
2 damage to your base.
I'm gonna Thrawn because we both have 3 and attack your base for 0 and for 2 and draw.
Yeah, 1 damage to your base.
This guy's there. Yeah. Pershing him.
Yeah, I can scoop right now.
Aww.
I have a Lost and Forgotten in my hand. That's it. And then everything else is my 1-drops that I've drawn this entire game, dude. It's like, I can't get into anything higher. Give me a break. 16 draws and I miss.
Whoa. You didn't draw the cards you just searched.
Whatever.
No.
I feel like I'm back in the what was it, the triple dark raid days where I'd search and whiff and lose, and every time I would play against another opponent, they triple dark raid, hit it every damn time. And I'm like, what is going on here?
Imagine if you played Data Vault. You literally had your super weapon.
Yeah, like I was left with nothing, and you're just gonna then start curving, especially with all the card draw you got off of Pershing, plus then
Yeah,
the restore.
I was keeping a mental count.
Yeah,
You got me 3 cards.
of course you did. No, that was just a gross draw by me. I saw all 3 of my Lost and Forgottens.
Perfect.
One in the very beginning I put down at the bottom of the deck anyway, and the very next thing I drew was another Lost and Forgotten to go along with the resource row because I already had one in my hand.
Well, you shouldn't have forgotten about the first one. That's
well,
why it came back.
Clearly, it was lost. So, no, that was just a very frustrating draw.
Yeah.
That I could not stabilize out of.
Yeah.
Again, I think Armorer has a lot of potential. This might not be it, but I do like the things that she opens the door to do.
I'm assuming you're playing Kill Switch.
No.
You're not playing Kill Switch?
No.
Because you can play it on my leader.
Correct.
So then you knock me down.
So I have preparation instead. Does the exact same thing.
But Kill Switch also makes me weaker.
True.
Versus you pumping me up with preparation.
Sure. But Kill Switch, it's ironically, there's too many options. Sure. You have to narrow it somewhere. My goal was to preparation acts as double duty for me, right? It gives my 1-drops a buff to really go at your face early if I want to.
Sure.
Or if I have it for when you flip, yes, it buffs you, but if it prevents you from doing something, I can at least exhaust you that way. So it double dips. Kill Switch won't do that, right? The other thing that I was looking at was Conflict Within also works on your leader.
Sure.
So, yeah, you might get 1 instance, but then you're exhausted potentially after that unless you're going to pay more resources. Conflict Within is also a great 2-turn, or like a second turn play, because you play something, now I can do that right away on turn 2. Remember, is that you have to interplay for me to be able to put something on you. So, it's...
I feel like Kill Switch is one of those, like, auto-includes.
Potentially, but it's a matter of what am I coupling it with? Like, what... Because... Yeah, you're -1/-1, and I exhausted you. That's like a band-aid, because then you just immediately claim, and then do whatever you're going to do anyway for the most part. On the next turn.
Sure, but it's the idea that you're also just like reducing the amount of bubbles and all.
Potentially. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here that I just didn't know where to shave, and that was one of the things that I shaved because I felt like it was already doing something that another card was doing.
This is where I think red may be the base to look at.
Sure.
Because if you play Kill Switch, then it helps put things into range for, like, let's call it War, or some of the other burn spells, the collateral damage. It gives you Commence the Festivities, I think, to be able to push through Sentinels, because I don't think it's heroic.
I don't think it is either. So, this is my 2 cute play. Drop a Porg into play, and if you don't do anything,
he's pretty cute.
I can put a Darksaber on the Porg on the 4 resource turn.
He is pretty cute.
Right. So it's, again, this might be too cute to do, but it's, hey, now I can, like, any upgrade I want. I could plot armor him. Now he's a 3/4 on the 4 resource turn, not great. But I think that's the biggest thing is that for the most part, because you're having to play after you've already played something, you're kind of playing below curve and then trying to make up for it with the upgrade that you have.
Sure.
That means that you're having to almost 2-for-1 yourself every single time. I think on this side, your biggest advantage is affecting your opponent's board. Like, you put something into play, and now I'm going to do something to mess with you. When I get to this side is when I want to actually start equipping myself and stuff like that.
Doesn't leader side or unit side say it has to be your own stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, onto a friend.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's this is where I was saying, sure, I was saying it to you, could have been in this video, I don't remember. And that she's got a high ceiling, and that she's going to be a leader that if you can figure it out, if you can break it, and it makes sense to you, you're gonna sky's the limit, sort of a thing.
In red, which I did look at first, the only reason I went to the yellow was because the preparation, the Qui-Gon. There was a few things in here that made me go, okay, this gets out a little bit faster. You have these units that are your one drop units to be able to like let you kind of set up a bigger unit off of the get go and kind of push right away.
Yeah.
The other thing that she does, and this is up to note for everybody, uh, pilots in your resource row can be played as upgrades. You can use the armorer to pilot vehicles.
Right.
So I think that is a big part of where I think you're going to get major advantage out of her in that regard. I haven't really delved into all the different pilots you can utilize. The biggest one that I think that is good would be Trace Martinez. So now I'm piloting a ship, and she only costs 1 to put onto a ship. So I could literally, on the same turn, I could put this into play, put Trace Martinez on that, and now it's a 2/7, I think, is what it ends up being. I attack and I can heal 2 off of a unit. So you can just be healing my own units and then running into your base at the same time. There's the Academy Graduate. At any point in time, I can drop a vehicle and then make it a Sentinel. And it's like, I think stuff like that is really where you're going to get a lot of value from your upgrades for your own stuff. I think there's niche things that you can do. In red, Porg, play a thermal grenade on the Porg. You're going to kill the Porg and then do 2 damage to everything else in the arena. I just think that's hysterical and very probably like a good play to be.
I'm sure there's a Geneva Convention somewhere.
Sure. So, like I said, I think there's some great potential with Armorer. Razzie is just gold as far as this color combination goes. Not only did you have Han, but you also have, I'm not playing with it, but Leppy Lookout.
Yeah.
My concern always with all 3 of them, she can get around it a little bit, but it's that 1 health off the get-go. If I sit down against an Aura Sing deck, I'm just DOA because I drop my unit and they just kill it right away. That's just feels bad. So I chose to run with these ones and not the Leppy Lookout because I was trying to again mess with these other 1 drops that I could try to get into play and then gear up at the same time. I don't know. We'll see. And then of course, Axe Woes with a Dark Saber who just turns nasty in this if you can actually pull that off. Again, yes, you can Tree Remembers and still kill it. Are you taking away the leader? Okay, so no, that one doesn't say that you can't kill leaders with it.
You lose all ability. Yeah, it's just target unit loses all abilities at a cost 3 or less, defeated.
But that's what I'm saying. So what is an ability with the...
It doesn't have to... It's any unit. It doesn't have to be non-leader.
No, I know, but so if it did say non-leader, right? Mm-hmm. Is this giving me leader an ability... It's an ability on the item that gives my character a trait. So my character doesn't have an ability, it has a trait of leader. Therefore, I don't think you can kill me still, even if you made me blank on abilities.
Yeah. If I'm trying to use like Lost and Forgotten on your guy, I could not Tree Remember make you lose your leader because this is giving it to you.
Right.
And then, yeah, it would be a trait.
The saber itself is giving me a trait. It's not the ability on the leader or on the unit at that point in time. So you can't take away the leader trait. All you can do is take away all the other stuff. So anything that says non-leader, you still couldn't utilize even if you blanked my card. So again, Tree Remembers works because it can kill a leader. So anything 3 or less, you're still susceptible to that. So putting this on a 4-cost unit is really what you'd want to be using for a threshold at that point in time. But of course, the curve says I want it on a 3-drop. Just 3 into the 4. But that's also where you can reforge to find the Dark Saber to put it on something. But like I said, I definitely am liking the armor. I definitely want to see where this can be taken. Yeah. I don't know. How did yours feel?
It felt like Data Vault. It did Data Vault things. I mean, I kid you not. Both hands, I had a 2-drop and then a 5-drop plus.
I didn't even
For the
have
other
Data
5
Vault,
cards.
and I still got screwed on my hand. So
You had 9 cards to look at.
9 cards to look at, and it still didn't matter. So
And then game one, like I said, I had my interactions. I drew my interactions on turn 1 and 2, and then it was just here is Lawbringer, here's Chimera, here's the mothers, here's Previsla, here's another mother, here's like other big things. Not until I got to turn like 6, where it was or 7, where resource 7, where it was then like here's a Lots, here's a Gonk Druid, here's a Krennic, here's another Lots.
So you're upside down.
So it was just like, ugh. Like it turned out okay because I was able to kind of prolong and get the game to the spot where I could then play the things I was drawing, but it was just awful.
I kind of think Lawbringer comes out. I think you've gotten other cards that kind of supersede Lawbringer at this point.
So I do know that the person that created this list specifically was saying that they were playing this list because how they normally do testing, they weren't having access to all of the cards that from Ashes that they were wanting, and that the Walmart version of Reinforcement Walker, the Trash Walker, recycle
Trask,
whatever.
Everybody's calling it the Trash Walker, but yes,
that guy, they weren't able to get access to it in their testing methods, and so they just were playing some other cards then instead. And I definitely think that having that in this list would also be very good.
So you talk about a win more card, and I almost feel like the Trask Walker is a sideboard card. You maybe are only running one of it in your main, because unless you're running against a control matchup, I don't know that, like, by the time you get to play it, it might be too late.
So if I remember correctly, and I'm pulling out proxies to try and remind myself, it's got Restore on it. And so that's the big piece, is that you're still going to want to try and get into it in other things. No, it doesn't have Restore.
No, it heals you like the old Walker does, based off of you putting a thing from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck instead of drawing it. So again, it's one of those ones like you're going to either ramp into that and use that as a recovery agent, or if you're not playing ramp, I think there's like I'd rather drop a Previsla probably in most situations than I would a Walker. I'd rather drop a.
You're probably not wrong,
right?
But this is going to be the piece that against the aggro matchups that they have to figure out how to deal with a 5/9 that's going to be allowing me to heal 3 every turn when I'm attacking with it.
Right.
So like I said, I think what you're looking for the bigger control decks is just a way to gain some life and put a threat that you now have to deal with instead of my base.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think that's definitely like a one of in the deck, but I think it's like maybe more in the sideboard for that.
If it plays like traditional Walker, probably looking at it too late, because you want to try and make sure that you can see one.
Oh, fair in that regard, just numbers, especially in the data faults.
I will find 10 cards. I will find them.
Your ability pretty much worked exactly like I thought it was going to, and where it was like I probably played wrong into it. I was basically playing the way I was playing just to kind of like see, is this really problematic? And yes, it's like you force me to have to address your units before I can hit your face. Because if I don't, and you match me, my face damage meant nothing.
Sure.
At that point in time, which is exactly what I thought he was going to do. So, and I think he fits perfectly in the what people call soft controller, what I call unit control playstyle, which you plan on dropping a unit anyway. You're really only using your event removal if you don't have another choice to do something. And so if you're matching them unit for unit, that Restore 2 is going to pay dividends time and time again. Yeah. Which is, again, why us not having a good go wide capability is really detrimental, in my opinion. Because that's what you would need to do to thwart something like that, is I have to be able to drop 2 units to your 1, or be able to remove your 1 unit. But then if I'm removing your 1 unit with my unit that I had in play, just so I can play one and now we don't match anymore, that damage didn't go to your base at all. Right. Which is actually a benefit to you, because it's almost like more Restore than the 2 was, because I didn't go to your base.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely I wasn't ever really expecting to use the front side, like use his unit or his leader side. And just the couple of times where I can, like felt like yeah, it feels really good. Like I'm not necessarily changing the way I'm playing. I definitely need to rethink the way that I'm sequencing
Mm-hmm.
because we brought it up. I wasn't ever planning on attacking into Han
Sure.
ever. My thought process was that I wanted my unit to sit there and soak up the hits from both Han and whatever your other guy was on the ground.
Sure.
And in a perfect world, be able to trade with one or both of them. I forgot that your ship had like 7 HP on it. So I gave up on that dream real quick. But I love cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to attack with Pershing while I could, thinking that something was going to happen to him and then I can't get that extra card draw because that's how I'm actually gonna deal with the board because I'm not I might have been putting up a good face. I did not feel comfortable. I did not feel safe at any point in that matchup.
Then
Because
you put on a real good face
if
because
you
I
have
thought I was DOA.
4 guys on board, I have nothing in space to interact with you until like 7, 8, if I'm lucky.
But with
Like
me only doing 3 damage up here, that's what I'm kind of bringing up is your restore 2. You had no units, but you basically negated everything I had developed up here.
potentially, but I've got to get to that point where I've got to flip to get the guaranteed restore because you had 4 units in play.
Yeah.
So like you could have potentially, in my opinion, in this matchup, could have really pushed that idea of having more units in play than I did at any given point. Because like, had you deployed armor?
No.
I don't think.
I
Yeah, I don't
conceded
think
before
that
we
you
even
did.
got to that point.
Yeah. So I think that you were putting on enough to me. You were putting on enough pressure that I was really having to feel like I was scrambling to find the right pieces and find the right lines to get through some of that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. Because you having that Sentinel right there, you basically shut down these two.
Sure.
I mean, because you didn't shut down Han until you latched Razzied into it.
Right.
And then, like I said, it was like the perfect play because I was planning on reforging into the Dark Saber on him, and then I was just going to pop your shield and then kill your dude and then keep going. But again, you said that you felt the pressure. I was like, I literally had all my cards on the table, and I had a Lost and Forgotten in my hand, right? And it was like, if you kill Han, which is the only true threat on the board, which in a blue-green control can happen at any point in time, I was DOA.
Right, but I think, but that's with what's on the board. Again, you're playing like not that you're not playing into the strengths of your leader, but that's where the strengths of that leader then starts to shine. Is like I've got a board, I've got a big threat that's a not leader, but now here's my leader, and I can start suiting her up and giving her the things that are here in my resource row. And now, yes, it's my only one unit, but there is no real power of the dark side. There is no real merciless contest or anything right now. There's the shit that you can do.
Right, Governor Shuttle. Like I said, I still think there's only because even Ashes only technically brings in, I believe, one more card that can outright kill leaders, but it requires them to only have 2 health left.
Sure.
Nothing else can outright kill a leader. You have to do some work, which I don't mind so much since the leaders are like the focal point of most decks. I don't think they should be like, oh, I flip, you kill it. Like that's just it's a feels bad every single time. And like there should be more interactions to doing that. Like you said, kill switch, you exhaust it. Okay, fine. That sucks. It's interaction, but I don't lose my leader instantaneously.
Yeah.
And I think that actually is a better play experience for people. The negative to her though is the equipment goes on after the fact.
Yeah.
So it's a slow build, and that's where like against a control deck, slow builds are not going to work. So
you got a bunch of chunky armor. Of course, it's going to be slow. How long it takes to put on that kind of armor?
She never takes it off, so only once.
She never takes off her helmet.
I've never seen her not in that armor either.
Well, you haven't gone and visited her house yet.
No, I haven't. Or her forge, I guess you would call it. So, yeah, no, the yes, red might be a great option for it because then you do get some other removal stuff. You do have some good blue-green removal as well because you do have the
Nothing Left to Fear.
Nothing Left to Fear, which is not in here right now. Again, it was finding that balance of I need units to put the upgrades on. What upgrades do I want to run that are going to be efficient for both myself and against my opponent? But then also, what events do I need to help pad that? It's a real like brain buster of a complexity.
High ceiling.
So yeah,
ceiling.
And this is just my first run at it, but I do really like the options that she presents.
Yep.
I like I said, I like the way he twists the how you play the game, your sequencing order. I really like that. As much as I despise blue green control stuff, I can appreciate the complexities of what you have to do to make the deck work. The other one that I think offers an interesting dynamic change is that Grand Admiral Sloan. The ability to give an entire arena Sentinel and Overwhelm, both sides. I mean, you might not want your stuff to have Sentinel. Like, because then you also have the capability of, oh, you're hiding stuff behind your Sentinels already. And I go, they're not hidden anymore.
Yeah.
Because now I'm exposing all of them to be attacked at that point in time.
Also kills off hidden as a keyword.
True. So hidden becomes completely irrelevant. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out.
Third system.
Sad now. For sad now. Yeah, that's a great point. That turns out like there, and honestly, there's some other cards in this set that like really, I think they have great potential for like um grandiose impact, but I also think that they're super easy to answer, except for these leaders. I'd be thinking of like Poe Dameron eliminating Sentinels altogether. I'm thinking of even that domesticated Lothcat taking away support and ambush off the board. That in a Kanan deck that I can just keep on giving a shield to over and over again to keep it alive, unless you have like some instant removal, forget your support or ambush. It's gone.
Yeah.
That can be crazy. You have the what is it? There's another one that does a blanketed thing. It's not as impactful, but I think it could have some niche things, which is the oh, what was it? I'm drawing a blank now. I can't think of it. There was another one that had some kind of ability like that like did like a blanketed. Here's everybody affected by this.
Sure.
But yeah, stuff like that I love to see introduced into the game because it changes how people approach things.
Yeah. It's not wrong.
Yep.
It'll be interesting. I don't know, but this is only like 2-3 weeks after everything got
spoiled. Yeah. Like I said, this is first iterations, and then I'm sure we're gonna see lots of people's other videos and lots of people's other decks and everything. So, and again, you don't have to go for new. You could just spruce up the old and maybe see something real great out of that too. Sometimes that's almost even the better thing to do before you go into Galactics because then you at least know the deck, and then you're only changing a couple things here. One of the other things that I want to look at is a Sabine yellow deck.
The Bot Village?
Maybe.
Yeah. Name a more iconic dude.
But I think I give you advantage tokens. Okay, but then I throw an ambusher into you, and then I have a shield that makes me survive.
Yeah.
Might be real good, might be super dumb. I don't know. So, all right, that's going to wrap us up for today. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you next time.
Toodles.